Are we as educators truly instilling lifelong reading habits into our students? Can we even identify the habits that turn children into wild, independent, and lifelong readers? Well, plagued by hearing reports that students who were once avid readers in her classroom read less or stopped reading altogether once they left her, Donalyn Miller, the best-selling author of the book The Book Whisperer, set out to find the reasons why in her book, Reading in the Wild. Reading in the Wild provides advice and strategies aimed at developing habits in young readers that will foster a lifelong love of reading. And the book was based on survey responses from 900 adult readers and classroom feedback. Donalyn Miller is currently a 5th grade teacher at O.A. Peterson Elementary School in Fort Worth, Texas. And along with being a teacher and best-selling author, she is also a community blog facilitator and the founder of the Nerdy Book Club. She also serves as a columnist for Scholastic's Printable to Principal newsletter and was once a finalist for Texas Teacher of the Year in 2010. And on this book, Reading in the Wild, she is joined by fellow reading teacher and her colleague, Susan Kelly. And together they opened the book by explaining that they once thought it was just solely the job of the classroom teacher to cultivate a classroom environment which would foster a love of reading, but now they realize that the ownership really needs to be put on the students to develop habits to take responsibility for their reading lives. And they mention how lifelong readers, or wild readers as Miller lovingly calls them, share an innate love of reading. And in turn, children who love to read and see themselves as readers are more successful in school and tend to have greater opportunities later in life. So the two set off to answer the question, what are the habits that lifelong readers have anyway? And in turn, they found that readers share 5 common habits, and they are that wild readers dedicate the time to read. So they set aside time in their everyday life to read independently and just for the love of reading. They also self-reflect reading material and are confident in their ability to make choices that are successful for them and reading books that they enjoy. They share books and reading with others and enjoy talking about books almost as much as they do reading them. They have reading plans and set goals for themselves, so once they choose a book, they tend to have a list of books that follow that they're going to read after that. And they like to show their preferences. In this book, which is broken into 5 chapters, the authors take you through each of those 5 habits, and they delve into ways that you can use these habits in a classroom setting. You could use it in a library. You could even use it as a parent and take some of these tips and pull them out to help your children become readers at home. There were many practical worksheets in the back. There are nonfiction book lists, there are favorite series, there's an end of the year survey that you can use. Each chapter has resources and firsthand documents that she used with her students, and it provides wonderful tips. And I think that this is really a book that any educator or any person that has a love of reading themselves and wants to instill a love of reading in children should have. And I know that I am going to take this and share it with my colleagues at my school, mainly because a lot of times when they come to see me in the library, teachers are the ones that are choosing the genres of books, and they put sort of a stop to independent choice. But I think after reading this, I'm going to pass this along and show them just how important it is to allow students onus in picking their materials for reading. So if you are looking for some new tips on how to cultivate the conversation between you and your students, or you and other faculty members, this book's for you.